stuff. Today I'm going to be encouraging other persons why it is important to start a YouTube channel, whether it be in any niche whatsoever possible. So a lot of young persons have been wasting most of the times, and I believe that they can start something with their lives and become someone stronger, um, go further with this journey in life, whatever it may take them. So in today's live stream, stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, I would like for you to also check the channel out, hit us with some new subscription and all of that. So today it's my big talk on Grenada, like the young persons out there in Grenada, what I believe can make a difference with their lives. And most of the times that young persons don't see any sort of important reasons why they should do certain stuff. So in today's live stream, I would love to share some important information there when it comes to young persons. So for young people, a lot of young persons, I can say they do have what it takes to start a YouTube channel. They do have what it takes to make themselves be successful in this life. Because in Grenada, I haven't had the full knowledge of why I wanted to start a Grenada lifestyle channel. But since my first YouTube channel, Laura David Vlogs, has been multiple contents where I was trying to get the young persons to help them shape themselves in one area, then it was a kind of a hard task. So then I decided I'm going to start Grenada lifestyle. Speaking of Grenada, it was even inspired by me from a church event that we had, and I've heard some important information there from what amount of intake and stuff they have gotten from Grenada. And by then, I decided that I'm going to start the Grenada Lifestyle channel. And today, it's going pretty good. Most persons are into the content, or most persons are into the creator. So it's not something that I can say it's a bad start. So for young persons, what I can say is that there are a lot of opportunities out there for you all. There are a lot of things that you all can do. Um, there are a lot of skills that you all got that you all can start a YouTube channel and start earning some income right away or in the next year or so. Most advice I can say to young persons is that they don't educate themselves, they don't take the time to do their research, they don't take time to know certain stuff that can elevate themselves. And this has been something that been killing the whole nation, I can say, um, for young persons, because I'm young myself. And if I'm saying it right now, that if I think I've known those stuff at a younger age, I may have even been in a better position. But it's not too old that I should know those stuff, because I'm in the 20s period there, so it's not bad at all. So young people, whether you're viewing that stuff from Grenada, whether you're viewing that stuff from anywhere else in the world, whatsoever place in the world you're viewing that stuff, my advice to you is you may want to start something in the content creation. And most of the times, don't say that things are not for you or things are for you, or things that you think you can do, or there's things that you think you cannot do on such cases like that. But when it comes to starting something with your life, it shouldn't be focused on what you think you could do or what you think you cannot do. Okay? If you has what it takes, you have the power to do certain stuff within your reach, I will say gladly do it. If you don't have the power to do certain stuff, but you have skills in different areas that you can create something from, you can do it. It's a nice place to create a YouTube channel. Um, go to YouTube, use your email, create a lovely YouTube channel. It's not going to take you long to set up. And also, as you start your channel, start growing yourself from there. Okay, so instead of you giving persons your time, you're giving persons your money, you're giving persons your attention, you too may have something that the world may need and you want to share it. So it's even good to share it out to the world. And when you're sharing it out to the world, let the world see the different light that, okay, what you're doing, how you're doing it, what inspires you to do it, and as you continue moving on, how far do you want to reach as you're doing this stuff. So meeting up with a lot of persons when it comes to content creation, whether it be YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whatever the places may be, that my experience there was like I had to be on this platform for quite some time. Okay, so I think I had my Facebook profile for over some years, well enough. I think at least 5 year period to get on my YouTube channel because I have started posting my YouTubes from there into my links into my Facebook, and I'm trying to get myself started. And for the YouTube, it takes me some time. I had to build solid, confident persons, and it weren't that easy to build persons when it comes to getting yourself out there. Also, advice to young persons is that find out through researches on opportunities that can take you further in life, opportunities that can put you onto a different level, um, opportunities that can help you. Okay, so YouTube more likely a long-term investment. If persons want to get into YouTube, you not want to get into YouTube thinking that you're gonna get paid. If you want to get into the music industry, then you can start making a income from YouTube besides being monetized on YouTube as yet. But you can be offered to come do your performance on live events and collect cash at hand. But when it comes to YouTube itself, you may not be getting that amount of um, openness to be making the money that you want to make as soon as possible. So I will say, on the whole, part of it is it's a journey, and for most of the persons that is doing singing songs, like most of the artists and them, they're actually doing their stuff like this because of the way, or they're singing the songs because of the way that they have been seeing things have been working. And they too, most of them, they too were just like young persons, um, like me and yourselves, who have had no knowledge about YouTube. Even for other young persons who may have grown up on blogs and stuff like that, and have no knowledge of things when it comes to upliftments in life. So they too had no knowledge of those stuff. They were seeing life differently, and now they're in a better position because YouTube has given them some sort of access with what they can do by sharing it to the world. And by then, a lot of persons start, being open to this stuff and learning a lot of things from them. So starting a YouTube channel is never a bad thing. Getting into content creation, whether it be TikTok, whether it be YouTube, you can pick one. You can start with one. I would say TikTok is even way easier because you can just hook up some followers, up to 1,000 followers in less than a short space of time, and you can start monetizing your profile. When it comes to live streams, it, it's not that quite hard, I think. But persons make it hard because they want to be scrollers, they don't want to earn any money from the platforms or the content that they're creating. They just want to be famous and just feel like that's it. But if you're looking to be a successful person as a young person, okay, and then I will say is like the inspiration of starting my YouTube channels when I've started my first one, seeing the amount of work that I had to put out there to get a good following, subscriptions, then it was kind of a tough. Also now I'm starting a second YouTube channel, and it is going quite easier than the first one because of the amount of effort that I put it up in the first one. And then I'm starting a third YouTube channel right now, which is already on the way to success, going off. So the more that I'm gonna bring the content to persons, is the more that person's gonna see, and they're gonna wanna join. Okay. So think about going viral. Think about all the positive effects that you can get from whatever you're doing. Not the negative effects because they're not going to help you, but most likely the positive effects that you can get. The positive help or the positive strategy that you're going to use to build yourself in any way possible. And if you has the mind of being positive all the time, speaking life to yourself, speaking upliftment to yourself, speaking, you know, life in the sense of whatever you're going to do is going to be um, a yes, it's going to be something that you're going to make it in life with, and you're doing it to the best of your ability, then I would say yes, it's a good thing. So to all the young persons, whether not in Grenada only, but in worldwide, and also most likely to the Grenadians, because my channel is Grenada Lifestyle. Okay, and in Grenada, what I've been seeing in Grenada, speaking from here, um, persons are not actually getting up and get. Persons are not looking for opportunities. Persons are not putting themselves in places where they can find opportunities to build themselves as young persons. Okay, so adventure, most persons have to travel off the place and move to other countries, trying to seek betterment when they're going back into the same trap. Okay, so it may be places that gives you better opportunities, but then if you don't have the mindset of becoming an accomplishing person, it doesn't matter where you go in the world, you're gonna just be a waste of time. Not in the sense of saying that persons are a waste of time, but the way that you handle yourself in a place that you think is hard. No place is hard. It's just that how you is to know how persons need to get, how they approach things, how do they put themselves in alignment to receive and to actually do things. So in Grenada, as I said, what I've been seeing is persons want to be at the top of things. Persons want to have a lot of fun. Persons want to be someone different, but they're not willing to go the extra mile. That's going to make them a different person. Okay? So Grenada has a lot of nature. There's a lot of things that you can do here. There's a lot of niches that you can make from a channel here. Okay? You can do hiking. If you're a hiker, you can make a YouTube channel on hiking, going up to Mount Kublai, Mount Ferran, um, Mount St. Catherine. There's a lot of mounts here. Also, there's a lot of lake here. So if you don't love visiting sites, you don't want to do hiking stuff. You may want to visit sites. You may want to visit the beaches, show persons the lovely beaches. Um, you also want to show them the lovely lakes that Grenada has, or you want to do vlogging on the rivers, or even you want to do vlogging and hunting. You know, like there's a lot of niche that persons can use to build themselves. A lot of youths can build themselves in a lot of different areas because different persons have the ability and access to do different things. And in Grenada, I'm speaking on Grenada most likely because there is a lot of channel that could be started here to let the world know how beautiful Grenada is. And I will say it like this: if other persons who have seen me on YouTube channels bouncing me up in public and are admiring what I'm doing, my advice to you is start a YouTube channel. Okay, do something with your life, be inspired, be motivated. If you need any help, you can check me out. I can see any way I can really give some motivational speech to young persons to help uplift them. That's what I was doing on my Facebook. And I think when my live streams on Facebook are open, I can try to touch a few be there again. So pick a niche. Um, all what you need is a phone, and I believe that everyone has a phone. Um, even for young persons in schools, I think it should be something. Sorry. I think it should be something that young persons in school should be looking into. Um, most of the young persons from the foreign countries, when they're in their high school period, they start a YouTube channel. And by the time they're out of their high school period of 5 years, in your school career, that's when you has the most energy, you has the most ability to make things happen. and I haven't got that opportunity that I'm having right now. So I still find that I'm late behind. So I want to like catch up on myself because I have lost some time already. And my advice to other persons, if you're going to be visiting the Grenada Lifestyle channel, you're going to get so far into the live streams that I'm doing, the topics on different niches that I'm going to be doing on the live streams here in Grenada, helping the Grenadian youth to see potential. Then I think that at the ending of the year period, you can break the cycle of the poverty channel, jobless stuffs in Grenada. Okay, so young persons, if you're gonna feel free to pass through the channel, you're gonna reach so far into the content. I would recommend that you start your YouTube channel as early as possible. Okay, start an early YouTube channel. Um, Also build yourself in 5 years time. When you by the time you're out of school, your YouTube channel should be always almost the monetization period. This can also help you with a job while finding a job, while finding a dream job, and whatever you're doing, while you're doing it, you can be a content creator. So into this live stream, I can say I love starting the channels now. I've gotten the juice to start the channels. Um, to be here to encourage a lot of young persons when it comes to building yourself, building your life as a content creator. Or even if you don't want to be a content creator, but you just want to post stuff, you don't want to put yourself there. You just want to be someone that's just gonna post some videos and you know it's gonna take you somewhere in the future. But try to be consistent. Okay, consistency is the whole key to having a successful life. You want to start something and you want to keep going with it. No matter how hard it gets, you want to keep going with it. And the reason for most persons not, um, I can say, keeping with what they're doing, it's because the consistency were not 100%. And for younger folks that I can say like we want to get into those stuffs and may not have the ability to do so, or even if they do has the ability to do so, they don't bring off that stuff as they should. So my advice to as many young persons worldwide as possible is if you has a talent in any way, don't let your talent sit there and stop scrolling on the internet, giving persons your money by supporting them 100%. I'm not saying you cannot support people, but you yourself need to have a life. You yourself need to have some sort of things that you're accomplishing or grateful for. So put yourself into a cool or a very nice, unique spot where persons can meet you, see what you're doing, love your contents, and as they drive forward, then they're gonna see the benefits of what they're doing. So if you're starting the YouTube channel, as I said, just put a long-term investment mind towards it. But you want to create it in a short term. If you can do it in 2 months, do it in 2 months. If you can do it in 3 months, do it in 3 months. Any amount of motivation that you get, do it. And also, as you continue creating contents as a content creator, do researches. Do a lot of research, see what you can do, sit, take some time by yourself, start thinking of the things that you can do that you haven't seen being done, and bring it out in a new fashion way that persons are going to be surprised and your content is going to be blew up as soon as possible. Okay, so maybe for Grenada, what I can say sooner or later, I think I'm going to be getting into the field of going to do counseling, um, governmental work with inspiring young persons. I believe that's going to be another business that I'm going to be getting into very soon. So I think I'm gonna have to lock up some deals with some higher people in authority that's gonna see what I'm doing, and they're gonna get inspired, and I'm gonna be able to go as far as I could in Grenada doing content creation and also inspiring young persons when it comes to starting new careers in life. So that's what I have for Grenada Lifestyle. All my other live streams are gonna be just meet up, subscribe if you're new here, and also being inspired by a lot of other persons. So don't let me only be the content creator, youngest content creator for Grenada, but I believe that there's other persons out there in Grenada that has good talents that can start YouTube channels, not just a channel but channels, and be a very big person in life later on. So it's a long-term investment, as I said. Don't give up on the way. It's a long-term investment. It's a journey. See the road that you're traveling on. See the ups and downs. Learn from the mistakes. So when you start earning, you're not gonna get slow-headed. You're gonna know where you come from, where you're going, and where you're gonna be ending up. And when you reach the destination, you're gonna have a full prior knowledge to in to help other young persons, like elevate themselves and motivate them by speeches and actions also. So thank you for tuning into this live session, and also I'm gonna be ending off here. I'm gonna see you all later on, and feel free to be here another time again.